Yo, what's up everybody, Super Kill here, and today I've got for you a COD Ghost gameplay. But you guys never thought you'd hear that voice again. I've been gone for a while, obviously, but Modern Warfare 3 got really hacked. It's almost as bad as Modern Warfare 2, to be honest with you. Every single lobby you get in, there's someone with a hack. So it's kind of a pain in the butt, so I just stopped playing the game, and I started PC gaming. I couldn't really record. That's all the BS I'm gonna get out of the way there. I don't really want to sound like a big complainer, or not complainer. I don't even know. I don't want to give excuses for everything. But this is COD Ghost, guys. This is my first game I ever played. I got a 2.6 kill death ratio, and I haven't actually done this well since the first game, which is kind of funny. But I did play it a little slow. I had no idea what the maps were gonna, or how the map was gonna play out. I have no idea how any of the maps are gonna play out. I didn't know if they're gonna be small, big, and they're actually, in my opinion, they're fairly small, which is what I like. They're nothing like Array on Black Ops 1, how you have to run across the whole entire map. And right there, I was like, what the heck just happened? This guy jumped down. I'm like, come on, man. But anyway, nothing like Array on Black Ops 1. So you're not running 10 minutes to get to the other side of the map, but you're also not running 10 seconds and you're at the other side of the map. So it's pretty decent. I like the maps. Modern Warfare 3 was also really good with the maps, so I'm not too surprised. I had to get used to the game mechanics, so that's a little bit of a shame. But I did play campaign for probably, I'd say about an hour maybe. The PS3 servers were down today, and I just picked up the game today. I honestly had no idea the game came out Tuesday, I think it was, Tuesday. So, I said, whoa, the game came out, I might pick it up, might not, it just depends. I was going to pick it up no matter what anyway. But I went out, got the game, and there was actually a really, really funny story about that, which is going to be what I'm going to talk about in just a moment. But let me get this off first. I like the game. I think it's really cool, but currently I'm not that great at it. It's like any Call of Duty game. Black Ops 2, I never got good at the game because I never really played. But once I get about 24 hours gameplay in it, I'll probably be pretty freaking good. So we'll just see how that goes. Gameplays, I'm not too sure what to expect. But anyway, one last thing. The color correction I put on here was what I used for Modern Warfare 3, so I have no idea if it's going to be good or bad. But once again, we'll go from there. And the game was, I think, got 22 kills. It was really slow for a full game, but for my first game, like I said, I'm not complaining. But anyway, the story that I'm going to tell you guys. So I get home from school, and today's Thursday. We had a half day today, and I'm like, you know what? I don't really know what I want to do. Do I want to go bowling? Because I'm a bowler. I don't know if you guys know that. If you remember, I'm pretty sure I've told you. But nonetheless, I'm like, do I want to go bowling? Because no one's going to go with me. I'll go by myself. I have to fix my ball anyway. I have to go do something to it for a tournament that I'm about to get in. So I got to go get that fixed, and I can get that done now, or I can do it later, bowl by myself. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not really going to do that. So I stood around for a minute. My mom's like, you look sad. What's wrong with you? And I said, I don't really know. I'm just thinking. I don't really know what I want to do. I want to do something, though. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go out and pick up Call of Duty Ghosts. So I go upstairs, and I don't have a debit card because I don't know. I don't. My bank is stupid, and I'm too lazy to get one or something. I don't know. But I go upstairs, get cash, and I look, and I literally don't have anything but $1 bills. I have 50, and I usually separate my bills out, because for a while I was getting a lot of change, or not change, I was getting a lot of tips, where I worked. So I had to separate it out so I didn't have to count so many ones, like 200 ones every single time I went to go count how much money I had. So I had an envelope with $50 in ones in it. I had an envelope with $100 in it, and it had a few 20s, it had a few 10s, and the rest of it was ones. And I had another envelope with $25 in ones, and whatever. In the end, I had like 150 ones, and I don't want to have to count that every single time. So I go upstairs to get a few 20s so I can, because I've got a GameStop card with 22 bucks on it. So I go and I'm going to get three 20s because I don't know how much the game is. 60 bucks after tax. I don't know what it is, like 66, 67. I don't know. Um, so I say, hold up a minute. I don't have anything but ones. So I'll go downstairs, get change from my mom. All she has is three tens. So I give her 30 bucks and get three tens. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna suck. Now I gotta carry all these bills around. Whatever. So I drive out to the store, and as I'm a mile away from it, I think, oh crap, I'm 16. I can't buy an M-rated game without a parent. So I call my mom and she doesn't answer. At this point, I was not going back home. I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'll find a way. And Panera Bread is um, right next to GameStop. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go find someone in Panera Bread and pretend or ask that person to be my father. And I think, nah, you know what? I'll just go into the GameStop and I will ask if I can have my mom or if she can call my mom and then verify it that way. And this lady is beyond pissed. I went to the midnight release. This is background knowledge. I went to the midnight release for Black Ops 2. This lady thought she was the shit. I don't know. She thought she was everything. She could boss everybody around, do whatever she wanted, blah 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 blah. Well, she's a pain in the neck. Okay, she's out of college, probably maybe she's in college. I don't know. She's just annoying as crap. And I'm just messing around with her, joking. I'm like, oh, come on. I'm 17 and 5 months. Is that going to count? She said, nope. I'd get my ass fired. And he would get his ass fired, too. This guy wasn't even a worker, I didn't think. He was not clocked in. He was just standing in front of the counter. And she said, yeah, he'd get his ass fired, too. And he's not even clocked in. And that's when it clicked. Okay, he is a worker. He's just not on duty at the moment. But at this point, I'm like, oh, come on, really? I'll just go to Panera Bread and get someone and pretend to be my mother or my father. And she said, nope, can't do that. And at this point, I'm just messing around. Completely dead. I'm laughing right there. I'm just kidding, blah, blah. Oh, she got so pissed at me. She's like, leave my store now. And she was being dead serious. So I'm like, you know what? I left. But there's a GameStop in the mall a mile away from that GameStop. So I drive over to that mall, walk into the lobby, and the first person I see is a black man, and I ask him, can you pretend to be my father? You can call my mother, and you can make sure that I'm allowed to actually buy this game. And we're talking for probably 3 minutes. It's like, oh man, I don't really know if I can do that. Oh man, I'm not too sure about that. And I didn't think he was going to come back. He said, I'll be back in 10 minutes. You stay right here. I'll be back in 10 minutes. I got to go to the other side of the mall. My wife is in Dillard's. And I'm thinking, oh, this guy's just going to ditch me. He's not going to come back. Well, I'm just waiting around trying to find other people. And I find my friend, okay? My friend from school. And I'm just talking with him. And I said, watch this. This is what I've been doing. I'm having to ask people to be my mother, my father, or my guardian or whatever. And he laughs at me, and this person walks by, and I say, hey, could you pretend to be my father? I came out to the store to buy a game that's rated M, and before I could even finish my sentence, I was about to say, you can call my mother, you can call my father, and make sure it's okay. He said, nope, can't do it, and I turn around, and my friend is gone. He was flat out gone. Not a friend. A jerk. No, I'm just kidding, he's actually pretty cool. But I'm just standing around, and this worker notices what I'm doing, and he just looks at me and starts to laugh. Sure enough, this black guy came back. He was the coolest person ever, and I'm not using that in a derogatory term or in a derogatory way. Just to clarify that, I don't have any issue with different races. But he's like, you know what? You got the money? I said, yep. As long as you'll go in there and buy it for me, that's fine. So we walked to the other side of the mall, and sure enough, it was the wrong side. So I was like, oh man, I'm sorry about that. So finally, we get to the GameStop, and he says, this the game you want? And I said, yes, sir, it is. So he walks up to the counter, and he says, I'm just getting Call of Duty Ghosts. So, oh, it was so funny. He got the game, and she said, do you want it for PS3 or Xbox? He's like, So I chimed in. I said, "Oh, PS3, PS3." He said, "Yeah, get PS3." It was really funny. But that was basically the story. I had to ask a whole bunch of strangers because I did. This was the first. This guy was the first guy I asked, but I didn't know if he was gonna come back. So I asked like 5 or 6 different people before he came back, and this is a pretty cool kill cam for the first game I ever played. But anyway, that was the story. It was pretty funny. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. The games will probably get a little better. Don't see why not. But if they don't, you know what? You're here for me. I hope. I love you guys. Peace out and stay cool. Bye.